Hello and welcome to Colonial Michilimackinac. My name's Leanne and we are here today to talk about our gardens. I'm one of the interpreters here and we have quite a number of gardens, and springtime means work, no matter if it's the 18th century or the 2000s. So we've been quite busy getting the gardens cleared of all the debris from last fall. We've been planting. It's early May, but we can still put in quite a lot of root vegetables, things like turnips, potatoes, to a certain extent, although potatoes in the 18th century are still rather new. We're putting in carrots, radishes, and a really wonderful type of bean called a broad bean that's not quite so common in North America right now, but they were at one time. So this garden behind me belonged to the soldiers. Our soldiers stationed here in the 1770s were part of the King's 8th Regiment, and there were between 60 and 80 of them here, so this garden would not feed them all. They shipped in most of their food, but what we have here would supplement the food that went to their tables. So kind of special things, lots of lettuces, greens. They loved their greens just as much as we do. So as you come to Colonial Michilimackinac, please do visit our gardens, talk to us. We use a lot of 18th century gardening techniques such as seed saving. We use lots of manure, whether it's vegetable manure like compost or animal manure. We also have quite a lot of different varieties growing, so come and talk to us. So we are in one of our smaller kitchen gardens. These gardens would provide the French civilians and the English civilians living here with, again, fresh things to add to their table. Maybe lettuces, or in this case, this is one of my favorite vegetables. We don't see this so often in the supermarket, but this is called sorrel, and it makes a lovely lemon flavored soup. They're cooking it a little bit like we would cook spinach. They're also using it in salads. So if you have a chance to get some sorrel in your own garden at home, please do. I especially love it because it makes you pucker. This garden is a little bit different than a lot of the other gardens we have in our fort. It's obviously built up, which was a technique that was used at the time period to allow you to control the soil quality and also allow you to have easier access to the beds. It helps keep the paths nice and tidy as well if the beds are up. So the reason that this is so nice is that our commanding officer lived in this house. His name was Captain de Peister. He was here in the 1770s with the King's 8th Regiment, and he and his wife Rebecca would have entertained visitors here in the garden. They would have also spent time enjoying the plants. So we've got quite a variety in here, a little bit nicer than what you'd see in the military garden. Our plants that we're growing this season include things like currants, which is a bush of fruit. We also have leeks, which are a very common ingredient in recipes at the time. And then we have flowers. We have irises, we have sweet william, and we're also going to have some pansies this year. So stop by and see. This garden will change quite a bit throughout the season. So if you come back in the spring and come back in the fall, you'll see two very different views. Well, thank you for coming on an exploration of our gardens with us. Again, my name's Leanne, and we are at Colonial Michilimackinac, so please stop by and talk to us. We are part of the Mackinac State Historic Parks. You can find us at MackinacParks.com, where you can also find discounted tickets. So stop by and see us. We'd be very happy to talk to you.